Welcome back to episode 2 of Evolv The Podcast.
Yay!
We made it!
We did.
First off, we want to thank everybody who has listened, downloaded, followed, shared, commented. We need more of you, but thank you.
Thank you for your support. It's been amazing, hasn't it?
It has. For our first episode, we're pretty excited. Now, moving on to our second episode, I just wanted to recap who your hosts are. I'm Andrea Waycott. I'm a radio host and voiceover artist and button pusher.
Extraordinaire.
Absolutely. And we have our fitness guru, Julie.
Namaste. I like it.
And former Gladiator, Fury. But of course, Julie, what do you always say?
I don't know what to say.
Once a gladiator, always a gladiator?
I always say that.
Always says it.
Always say it.
Now, this episode, we have a couple of things to get through. We have a new segment we're going to introduce called What the Gym.
What the gym?
Now, the reason it's called What the Gym is because there are so many new technology things that are coming out.
Yeah.
And we think some of them are just ploys to take your money. So we're going to talk about that. Also, it's step 2 of my journey to fitness. Step 2.
Where we filled out the forms that we're going through so that we can go through the answers.
Filled out the forms.
I so knew she wouldn't do it.
I was given homework and I haven't done it.
2 weeks.
I'm so sorry.
But that is like high school stuff.
I know, but I really didn't want everybody to miss out on this extraordinary learning opportunity.
You're full of shit.
By seeing the questions on the form. And then you can explain why you asked those questions and stuff. I thought it would be much better if I did it during the podcast.
Filling them out together. What could possibly go wrong?
I wanted to talk to you about the form anyway. There's a few things that are missing off it, I think. So
of course there is.
We'll go through that.
Hardly wait.
If you stick around until the end of the podcast, we have a very special surprise about what is coming next episode.
We do.
Episode 3, we have a very special guest. We'll talk about that as well.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Shall we get on to What the Gym?
What the gym is that?
Well, welcome to our very first What the Gym. Now, What the Gym is a brand new segment. We're going to be bringing you interesting advancements in gym technology and clothing and fashion, and sometimes they're things that just don't make sense to us.
What the gym is that?
What the gym? So, Jules, you have a cracker for our first one.
Well, I did. I was looking through online and I found some resistance band leggings. And I'm all for using resistance bands.
Yeah, and for people like me who may not know what resistance bands are, they are like giant human-sized rubber bands.
That's right.
That you use for gym stuff.
That's right, gym stuff. Rehabilitation often, and it's a nice entry into some exercises, particularly if you don't have a lot of...
There's no nice entry into exercises, but apparently these will get you there.
Definitely. Andrea will be using resistance bands.
I'm going to learn all about them. Talk about these resistance bands and what you found. How can you improve on a band?
Well, they have. They have created the resistance band leggings.
Is there nothing they can't do with leggings these days?
No, and resistance bands.
How do you put resistance bands into the leggings?
Very carefully.
Very carefully. How much do they cost?
Well, they'll charge you a sweet $117 Australian dollars for those.
Shipping and handling.
That's right. So you can come out with those for, I would say, around that $120, $130. And
what do you do? Like, you just wear them?
Well, they say in the ad, yes, that's right. You pull them on, leggings, and you wear them around. They say that their built-in bands work against your legs to burn calories with every activity that you do during the day.
Gosh, so they're going to make the things that are hard even harder.
That's right. So you wear those suckers all day, and apparently they boast that you lose 400 calories every day.
400 calories just by walking around in their pants.
Well, I didn't say whether you had to walk or not. You could just wear them, apparently. I did read one review where the reviewer said, you have to move in these.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
So I'm assuming that you have to move to burn these calories. But I thought, $117, that's pretty expensive.
Now, they do have a risk-free 14-day money-back guarantee. If I don't lose weight in 14 days, can I send them back, you think?
I think the risk-free is something that you should look at. I don't know about wearing resistance bands all day. A bit of chafing involved, I would imagine.
Now, I'm not sure we've given them a hugely positive review, but if you want to know the brand that we've looked at, should we...
Well, that was a bit... I thought that was a bit ordinary as well. They're called Skinify.
Skinify.
So if you would like to investigate the resistance band leggings, you can look up the Skinify site.
We'll put the link in our show notes.
you can make your own decision.
Look, I would love it if somebody has a spare
$117. Well, we don't have that. So
No.
what I thought we might do...
If you guys want to go and buy a pair, though, and give us your feedback, that's great. But yeah, Jules, you've got a DIY solution.
I do. I thought we might pop along to Kmart and grab a couple of resistance bands. They're quite well priced at Kmart. We love Kmart.
Yep.
And grab out the Singer sewing machine that I've got in the shed.
Does it matter if I've got a Benina or a Husqvarna? Does it have to be a Singer?
It doesn't. Well, I'm not sure. I've got a Singer in the shed. It's still in the box.
I'm just showing off my Year 7 garment construction knowledge.
It might be safer if you do the sewing then. And we'll sew those suckers into a pair of your leggings.
Yeah, and we'll get the leggings from Kmart as well because they're pretty reasonable.
They're good. They have a good range.
Yeah, there you go.
We could do that whole number for you for probably about $20.
All right, so resistance band leggings.
Yeah.
What the gym?
What the gym? Try them if you game. Let us know.
All right, so now it's time for me to be told off by Julie for not doing my homework. We are I am on a fitness journey. My first step was actually agreeing to do this podcast. The second step was Julie gave me some homework to fill in some forms that you're giving people before you would do their first session, right?
That's right. Once you've made the decision to join a gym, and for whatever reason, you've picked out, I suppose, your personal trainer in this instance, then you would expect to get some questions from your personal trainer, which gives them some feedback on why you've approached them, why you want to do this.
Right. And I'm interested with the first question here is what is your occupation? Can I lie? Could I put the President of the United States? Would that make a difference to my program?
Well, it will, Andrea.
Okay.
It will where you're concerned because you get a smack.
Right.
Because I know that's not true. Okay. But why do we put that in? Because if you think about how sedentary most of us are nowadays, sitting at desks, it often gives us a lead into what that person does and, what they might be requiring within that program.
Absolutely. Yeah? I'm lazy. I sit on my butt all day. So, that would make a difference.
And not that I'm suggesting that you're lazy, but, if you're sitting around all day, some people are actually on their feet all day. You think of people
a hairdresser
in hospitality. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that gives us some insight into what their posture might be like, all those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you've got now here about describing the main reason for exercising. I don't see avoiding death as an option.
Well, we try and sugarcoat it by saying improving a medical condition.
That makes more sense. I'd tick that one for sure.
So you would tick quite a few of these, perhaps. We often get people who do. So, you might want to improve your general fitness, your obviously your health. It might be about losing some weight, or it might be sport-specific stuff.
Yeah, right, okay.
And other as well.
So I'll go back and I'll tick a few of those. Now, with this next one, I had a question as well. How would you rate your current fitness level? There's no minus numbers. There's only 1 to 10. Yes. I need some minuses in there.
Look, I don't know whether I want to do this anymore.
You've got your work cut out for you. I say, earlier I left something in the car. I said to Julie, just wait here. I'll run back to the car.
No, what did I say to you?
She said, I didn't use my arms.
Move your arms.
And I said, I run like Mr. Bean. I am sorry. I was conserving energy. And by the time I got back with the coffee that I'd retrieved, I was pretty buffed, wasn't I, Jules?
And the coffee was cold.
The coffee was cold. So, I need some minus numbers there. Now, you're asking about what I want to achieve in different time frames, which, like, okay, fair enough. I can't have Carrie Underwood, the country singer's legs in, like, 3 weeks' time, can I?
But you'll be in jail.
Okay. No, I don't mean cut them off and, like, take them home with me. I mean, can I make my legs like her legs?
And I think I was saying to you last week that, during a conversation that we had, we want to very much, you want your personal trainer to empower you to love the skin you're in, so to speak. Yeah. So, we have the genetics that we have. And
I did not win that lottery.
So we work on that. But why we ask about, short-term, mid-term, long-term goals is that we want to set achievable targets, so that, you feel that you're having these wins along the way. There's no point saying, I want to look like, that person or this person or that person. And, whilst you perhaps may be able to look similar, that journey might take, months, even years for some.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Be realistic.
Now, some sarcasm.
Another question there was, what was my exercise history over the last 3 months? We can just skip that, can't we?
Well, we do need to know, yes. So and why do we need to know is that we want to be able to create a program that is not throwing you in the deep end and causing you injury.
I thought that's what you personal trainers like to do, and unless we throw up on our first session, you haven't done it right. Is that right?
That's just you.
Oh, that's just me.
And you'll notice around the gym there are many, many, many rubbish bins. Not just for rubbish.
You need like those little sick bags they give you on the plane.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to be sick.
Well, we don't want those. We'd have to handle them.
You also ask how many times people would like to go to the gym. And I assume that's because, people are really busy. Their time restraints and things. It's not like you get points every time you come in, though, is it? Like they should have a reward system at gyms, like the frequent
reward system.
Is there?
Yeah.
What do I get?
You feel better about yourself.
No, yeah? I meant like
You like those gains that you get.
No, you walk through the door, there's 5 points, you've done that 5 times this week.
Now you get $5.
Now you get a free pair of Skinnifies.
That's right. Exactly. Here's your resistance band.
Oh, dear. All right. And what else on the form is an imperative that I must answer? Because, there's a few I'm going to skip, like, do you know your current weight? I'll be like, yeah, I know it, but you're not going to know it.
Well... Why not, Andrea?
Oh, no.
Do you know we need to put a little bit of a stake in the sand over things? And look, some people don't like to do that, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
I think that the main thing here is to record progress, and I think that's very important for the individual. And people should know that their personal trainers are bound by confidentiality. So if you have a trusting relationship with your personal trainer,
you won't go posting it on social media how much I weigh.
Not allowed.
Thank goodness for that.
No, it's between the two of you so that you can look at how you're going. Sometimes that's positive, sometimes that's not, and you need to put in some extra work to hit those goals. But it's really important that you can see...
I can imagine, because if you don't see anything happening, whether it be measurements or weight or whatever... you'd get pretty despondent.
Well, that's where most people give up. They can't see, they come once a week and they think, I haven't seen any change.
And I only ate one Happy Meal this week.
That's right. And then they say, oh, this is not working.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair enough.
So,
all right. Well, I can do the rest of that form. There's like a daily step count, and I've got my little Apple Watch on and stuff. So I'll be all over that. Yeah,
I think with these forms, I can't say it, but within these forms, it's really crucial that you give as much feedback as possible to your personal trainer, especially where there was, where there's medical history that's relevant, and also any injuries. And some people sort of say, oh, that happened to me years ago. It's really worthwhile putting that in because you might say, oh, I always get sore there. And a good personal trainer can work you through some of that. And sometimes it's necessary for you to go and see some specialist before you actually even start, commence your fitness journey within the gym.
Yeah, that's good. I've got a shoulder injury. I'll tell you about it now.
Not working. Totally not working.
I do, honestly.
And we will have a look at that. So, there's rehabilitation exercises. And if that is something that is quite serious and flares up within training, then we would refer you to a physiotherapist or the like.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. I'll go get a medical and then I'll start.
And sometimes, actually, that is what we need to do.
Yeah.
If we go through a pre-exercise questionnaire and it flags a few things, then you will need to go get medical clearance from your doctor to proceed.
I don't think there's too many red flags. We will find out.
Exactly.
All right. Forms, interesting. They are important. It helps your personal trainer create a much more tailored program to you.
Absolutely.
A safe program for you and an achievable program for you.
Absolutely. And we'll talk through your programs and how that needs to evolve as we go along.
Yeah, and at some point I might reveal how much I'm starting at as far as the weight goes.
Yeah, well, that's entirely up to you. And you know what? I do say to people that is something that is very personal. I don't get too hung up on scales unless we're looking at dramatic weight reduction going on, because I think that you really, your best guide is to how you feel and how, when you look in the mirror, what you see.
Yeah, I just want my jeans to look better.
That's right, and a lot of people do. Some people come in with something that they wore when they were 16, and
that's a great idea. Yes. Do you know what? I bought a dress. It was a very expensive dress. It was a designer dress. It was on sale online. I knew it wouldn't fit me. I bought it anyway. It was a couple $100, and I would love to fit into that. Maybe that could be my gold dress.
Absolutely. And if it's not and it's really nice, you can give it to me.
You've got enough clothes. She's got enough.
There's never enough.
Actually, you would look beautiful in it. I'll bring it next time. I'll show it to you.
But you know what? In all seriousness, that is something that that sometimes motivates people, and you have to find the thing that does motivate you, whether it's fitting into your old jeans or a dress that you've bought that you've never been able to wear. And you know, those are the things that you might say, okay, well, they're some of my mini goals to get into. We've got to be realistic. We've had a few brides over the years come and say, you know, I'd like to lose some weight for my wedding, and I, of course, ask on, so when's your wedding? And they say, oh, you know, next week. It's like, not an achievable goal.
Sweetheart. Is that what you say?
No, not quite.
No, you sugarcoat it again.
Yeah, well, we try and be realistic.
All right, excellent. Well, that is step 2 almost done. I'll go and fill out the forms in a moment.
Yeah. They need to be done by next week.
Yeah, sure. All done. Consider it done. Okay, so now we're going to give you the hot scoop on what is coming up on Evolv The Podcast over the next couple of fortnights. We do have a wonderful guest by the name of Beck Hare that works with you, Jules.
Good friend, yep, and I very much respect Beck. She is a nutritionist and qualified nutritionist, and she is someone who can, I think, demystify some of the stuff about things like the importance of calories and macros.
Oh, and simplify it, please.
Yeah, because it is a bit of a headache to most of us, I think.
No, I want some hacks on that.
Yeah. And
if I've got to go down that road, I need plenty of hacks.
That's right. And so for some people, this is like they really get into that sort of thing, and that is something that keeps them very motivated. For others like myself who just like the eating part and don't like to do the work of counting calories or macros, I think that just healthy eating and explaining the importance of certain things like proteins, etc., in your diet.
Yeah, and there's things that can help you do that too, like apps and stuff. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I've got one.
Get it? Absolutely.
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah, we're doing that now.
Awesome. All right, so we're looking forward to talking to Beck.
Yeah.
She is going to be for a month's time because we do this fortnightly, so that's a month. Because next episode we have a very exciting guest.
Yes, yay!
Sparkles.
Yes.
Who is Sparkles?
Better known to me, or to you guys as Hammer, to me as Mark McGaw.
Mark McGaw, and he is an OG Gladiator, obviously, like Jules. So you have a lot of history and memories. We can't wait to walk down those roads.
That's right, but he's also the ref in the new Gladiator series.
Yes, so he'll have some great stories about the new Gladiators and how they're way better than the OG ones and stuff. I'm kidding. Her face was like, oh.
I'm just thinking of your first exercise session.
This is where karma gets me.
Yes, making a note.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us for episode 2. We hope you got something out of it. Don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, all of that stuff.
All of that stuff.
And tell your friends about us. We'd love it. We hope you have a great fortnight, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for
See you
episode 3.
Yay! Bye.